What is going on, guys? It's Levi here with So Automotive, and today I have another video. Welcome back to the channel, by the way. This is a 2014 Chevy Sonic. One of my friend's girlfriends is in need of an oil and filter change, and she had a check engine light on that was running really rough. I ran the codes on it. I had a P0300, which is just a generic misfire code. Vehicle has over 100,000 miles on it. She got it at 35,000 miles. She's never once done a tune-up on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by replacing the engine air filter, change out the spark plugs, and then do an oil and filter change. But my oil filter changes don't consist of just a regular oil and filter change. It consists of a full multi-point inspection, tire rotation, topping off all the fluid levels, and just checking over everything and making sure everything's safe, and try and catch any preventative maintenance that is in need. So, yeah, stay tuned and we'll go ahead and knock this out. This little piece right here for the spark plug cover, you just pull this right off. Making money too. Hey, that's what I want you to know. I'm okay. I'm trying to respect the video because I like your work. Look. That dude over there, I don't know if you can see him or not, but he cool. He cool. He being nice. Two bolts or screws right here hold the coil on. They are a T30. So one of the boots decided that they were just going to rip in half and then just deteriorate. I have a feeling this might have been the cause of the misfire right here. Time to go order some more parts. Alright guys, so I went ahead, I got the parts ordered. It should be here in a little bit because they are going to be delivering it to the shop. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and continue on with the spark plug tune-up replacement. So let's go ahead and get started on that. I have a 5/8 magnetic spark plug tool. It allows you to hold the spark plug. It doesn't fall out. This right here is probably the best money I've spent in a pretty decent amount of time. 3/8 drive ratchet. Alright guys, so we got some anti-seize for the spark plugs, that way they don't seize into the head for the next person to change them. Which is more than likely going to be me, but who knows. You just take a little bit, just put it right there on the threads. Just spread it out. Yep. That much. And you get your torque wrench. Seventeen foot-pounds. And you just repeat this process 3 more times. Okay, so now we just gotta wait for those boots to show up, and then I can go ahead and put the ignition coil back together. So I see some grime inside to the coil where the boot housing goes on. Go ahead and scrape some of that off and blow it out. So we got some electronics parts cleaner right here. I'm gonna go ahead and spray some of that. Got him. Alright, so they come on there taped, but this piece right here is what actually touches the coil itself, so you would just slip the coil, or the little piece right here, you would slip the coil side down. That's what sits on top of the plug. This is what actually touches the coil itself, and then it transfers the voltage through. On. Put the 2 screws back in. Nice. Go ahead and put this cover back on. Hopefully the coil's not messed up because of all the corrosion. And then me having to clean it. So we'll test that out in a minute. Go ahead and go back and do the oil change and change out the air filter. It says everything you need to start working. It's just shield. No, I know. Yeah. So you put metal on metal here connecting. That's what happened. Now that we got the air filter out, time to put the new one in. By the way, the two screws that hold the air filter in are a T25. I can take out anything. Done. Back in place. Now it's time to do the oil and filter service. So we have a Mercedes-Benz washer fluid additive and a Mercedes-Benz fuel additive to help with cleaning the injectors, and this is to help with windshield grime. Wash the top off. If you're using metric, that's a 24 millimeter socket. Alright, so in case you guys are wondering, the oil filter is actually right. Oil filter is actually right here. Like I said, it's a 24 or a 15/16. It fits right on top of the cap, which is right here. And you just unscrew him. You want to wait till the motor cools down, because oil does fill up this entire housing, and if you just immediately unscrew it afterwards, there's a possibility that the O-ring itself will get stuck and it won't drain quick enough, and then what ends up happening is it spills everywhere and you have a big old mess. So try not to do that, and we're going to go ahead and keep on going. Also, another thing, if you get a really good oil filter, it will come with the new O-ring. Sometimes cheaper oil filters do not come with the new O-rings for the oil. And if that happens, then you kind of just SOL, because eventually that O-ring is going to fail, and then you're just going to create this huge mess. And that's how it looks whenever you put it all back in. Alright, so another thing I like to do is I like to go around and I like to check everything out. It's part of the multi-point inspection. I don't know if you can see it or not, but her tires, they're a little older. They're starting to dry rot and crack on the side walls and inside the tread. The brake pads look alright. Rotors are eventually going to need to be replaced, probably when the brake pads are due. We have drum brakes in the back, can't really see anything. Typically, you only have issues with drum brakes whenever they decide that they want to make noise. Tires look okay, other than them being old and dry rotting. And same on this front pad, it looks fine, no issues. 17mm on the oil drain screw. The oil drain screw is right here. Like I said, it is a 17mm. As you can see, the AC compressor is leaking out its dye. Looks like it's possible oil pan, lower oil pan leaking. Could also be a valve cover gasket that's leaking up a little bit further, as I can see that there is oil a little bit higher than the pan itself. We will check that out in a minute once I lower it back down. So another thing I can't stress enough is always replace your washer that's on your drain plug. Because if you don't, it becomes too flat and then it's prone to leaking, and then you also run the risk of it actually mushrooming onto the actual bolt itself, in which case it's now hard to get off, and it can also mess up your threads too if you tighten it too tight, like the person who did before me, because they tightened it so tight that it actually started to thread into with the threads. So now I'm having to cut this off and get a new one. Alright, so once you got the new washer on there, go ahead and just tighten it down. Whenever you get it tightened down, go ahead and wipe it off. Like to double check everything.
Why would you stay for sure?
Oh yeah, Levi. Now it's time for the tire rotation. The lug nuts are going to be 19mm. Now it's time to adjust the tire pressures. It's like 35 PSI all around. Like the source is the valve cover gasket. So we'll go ahead and note that down for the customer and let them know that valve cover gasket replacement, they're going to need an AC compressor replacement, and they may also need a lower oil pan gasket replacement as well. So let's go ahead and continue on. This particular vehicle only takes 4.2 quarts. We end up getting a 5 US quart bottle. We got all that oil in, oil filter's tight, everything's checked over. Go ahead and start it, let it run for a little bit, and then we're going to check the oil level. Alright, that should be long enough. Let's go ahead and check the oil level. Alright, so we were at the correct level. Vehicle calls for 4.2 quarts of oil, or 4 liters. And like I said, we used a little bit over 4 quarts, so we're good there. So yeah, I'm going to wrap up the end of this video. The vehicle seems to be running fine. I don't feel any sort of hesitation or anything like that. Check-engine light didn't come on, so that's a good thing. It means that the coil itself is not messed up. But I will continue to monitor it and see if there's any more misfires and whatnot before I call the customer and let her know that it's good to go. And of course I need to notify her about the valve cover gaskets and the oil leak on the possible lower oil pan, and then also the AC compressor leaking out all of its dye. So yep, until next time guys, thanks. Alright guys, so one thing I forgot to do was show you guys how to reset the oil light. It is simple. You just turn the key on. You'll see right here it shows change oil. You'll hold this menu button here and you'll just hold it. As you'll see right there, shows 2%. You just hold this button. It beeps at you, and then goes right to 100%. There you go, that easy. Alright, so now I'm going to end this video. Have a good one, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you're not already. And follow me on Instagram and Facebook and whatnot. And thanks again, guys. Bye.